Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Impossible Mowers. Today's video, we're going to be doing a lot of forward interior work on the old Explorer. Now, you might be wondering, why am I in the shop? Well, today's video, I guess, is going to start off with a couple of mixed emotions here. I had this thing running like a top, and it runs like a top. But I took it on a trail ride to see how it would do, and it performed amazing. In fact, it performed so well, I was going to make a video on it. Before I can even grab my camera equipment, I was on my way back from the trail after that test, and I hit such a big ditch. It was covered up by weeds and stuff. I couldn't see it. Such a big ditch that I destroyed our little spindle, our little axle shaft here, if you will. Little shaft. It's done. It popped the steering arm off. The tire fell off the bead. Don't worry about that. That can be fixed. But we need a new one of these and a new steering arm. So I bought all that stuff. It's coming in, so don't worry. But this guy's gonna be down for the count for quite a while. It's gonna be down for the count, and I have him in the shop because I don't want water getting into the gas tank, and it's got a full tank of gas in it, so it's like a big rip. But I mean, it ran amazing. So as I told you guys before, these are cheaply made, and I did not gusset them on purposely because I knew that they were going to go bad. But these newer ones, I'm going to have to gusset them, put some steel stuff on them. So, you know, we'll walk you through that stuff as well. But just want to give you guys an update on that. She's cooked, pooched, and done. So this one's fine. It's always been fine. That one has always been screwy. I even tried repairing it one time on YouTube, and it worked, but I hit a soft spot in it, and it kept bending. And as you guys know, when you bend metals too much, they become way too susceptible to more bends. It kind of just weakens the metal, and this one's so bad, it's to the point where I could lift it up and down with my finger. It's not good, it's weak. So we bought a new one. So he was on the road again, old Harriet, but now he's decommissioned. But I'd rather have that problem than to have an engine or a transmission problem. So all in all, it's actually not too bad. Now, another thing we're going to be doing that's pretty freaking exciting is we're getting Leroy running and driving again. I feel pretty bad because I never told you guys what happened to Leroy. All you guys found out was I stopped making videos on it. What had happened was this puppy got flipped over onto its side, not rolled over, flipped over onto its side, tipped over, and too much stuff happened in the motor, and we blew it up. It actually ended up that the rocker arm got bent and stuck into the engine block, and it was just cooked. The motor's cooked in this thing. It's done. And there it is. She done. She did. So all it needs really is a little bit of body work. Not that bad. And it's going to need an engine. What kind of engine, you might be wondering? Well, if we look behind Harriet over here, you may have seen it a few times in our videos. We have a fat 26 horsepower V-twin. 26, not 24, so it's a little bigger than the Poulons. It's an old Intech Briggs. We've had really good luck with these motors and the twin Kohlers, so I mean, if it was really good, I would put the Kawasaki in there, but the Kawasaki is just a gem for me. I can't let this baby go without the Kawasaki. So we got a 24 horsepower Briggs, 26, sorry, twin, so that's going to be the next engine to go on there, and we will be making videos on that between this week and next week. I might not even move this machine depending on when my parts come in. We might just do the repair right here, and to be honest, it should be pretty simple, guys. Engine comes out, new engine goes in, finished, because that is a V-twin Briggs & Stratton, and if my mind is correct, which it has been wrong in the past, you should be able to take that twin and put it in with that twin, just kind of interchange them. You might have to screw around with the bolting here and there, but all in all, it should be the same, or at least in the ballpark. So that's what's going to be happening, guys. Not in today's video, of course, but in the future. Just figured I'd let you guys know that's what we're going to be dealing with. And it's, you know, autumn's coming. I really want to get a lot more mowing videos in. I don't want to just do 4th of July and Memorial Day. I want to get more in. And what better way to do it than to have an automatic showdown like we did last year. And both of these mowers came out victorious until this sucker gave his last climbing the hill. He ran on one cylinder after it flipped over, and it died right as it crested this hill. It died right on the crest. It was amazing. So he climbed it. What a trooper. But I just figured I'd let you guys know that's going to be running, and this is going to be running very shortly. We're going to be saving the Suburban for a winter project because I really want that to be done right. And why not, right? Why not? So, without further ado, guys, we're going to head over to the Ford. Check that gem out. Boom. I got a lot of cool videos, video compliments from you guys. Really greatly appreciated. I know you guys killed it. You guys loved this video that I made with this rig, bringing it home, and it wasn't too bad. It was my first revive and drive with a vehicle. So these are really hard to film because with no power steering, I got one hand on the wheel, not the best brakes, and I'm also trying to look for traffic at the same time. So I really appreciate the fact that I was able to get this on video, but also you guys gave me some good pointers. I know this rig and I know these rigs pretty well, but you know, I wasn't the one that designed them. I'm not Ford, so there are some things I do not know. As for the hard shifting you guys saw in that video, a couple people were telling me that the transfer case fluid was low, and although that is a possibility, if your transfer case fluid was low, I'm telling you right now, I would have found out real quick. But it is still something I should look at because this thing's been sitting for a couple years. Who knows what happens. The transmission, as you know, either it's got to get ran more or I got to put more fluid in it. This is one of those years where it doesn't have a transmission dipstick. It has an oil dipstick. So if you want to check the trans fluid, you have to put it on a lift it high up, and then there's a little cap on the side of the transmission. You take the cap off, should be plastic or something like that. And there, you know, you can gauge your oil level. So we'll be doing that at the garage very soon, off camera, unfortunately. I'm taking this to an auto body shop and in a garage so we can get the brakes, calipers, pads, and rotors done, get the brake lines all fitted in. We got those copper brake lines and hoses, so we're gonna be able to stop. And I got drilled and slotted calipers, pads, and rotors from eBay Motors off of Detroit Axle. Now, a few things I did. We got this window all flushed up, so when I go to buy a new one, we can just put it right on there. This tailgate, I don't know, guys. It's beyond repair, and to buy one, they're like $600, maybe $100 at a junkyard, and a junkyard for me is pretty far away. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off all these glass pieces, make it look nice. You don't want to be driving any vehicle with glass shards flying out the back, because not only is that illegal, but it's also really bad for the people behind you. You don't want to cause an accident, or even worse, give them a flat tire and cause an accident. Okay. I didn't know there was water in there. That's cool. All right. Cool. So what I'm gonna do for the meantime is just cut up a piece of plexiglass for both of these pieces. Maybe not that one. I think I can afford getting that one. It's like 90 bucks. But I'm just gonna cut out a piece of plexiglass here, the neatest I can make it. But this is gonna get a new tailgate one way or another. It's only about time. And, you know, tailgate, that's just a preference thing, you know. I know tailgates are really helpful, but what's more important is to make sure the damn thing stops, runs, and drives, and the interior is nice in it. And part of the interior is this tailgate. So I won't be doing it in today's video because I do not have plexiglass, or the cutout kind of plexiglass. So that's most likely one. Alrighty, guys. So we got a 3-gallon wet and dry shop vac from Bauer. So that's pretty nice. 3 horsepower. Damn, I didn't even know they had a horsepower rating. I always try to get the wet and dries. Make sure you guys do the same, because if yours has been susceptible to, or if yours has been out in the wet climates, you got a bashed out window like me, so water's been getting in there. You want to make sure you get a wet and dry vacuum so it can clean up the wet and the dry stuff as well. You see, this one's got some nice selections. It's got foam sleeve, 4-foot hose. That's actually really helpful. And a bunch of nice nozzles that come with it. That was like 40 bucks, 30 bucks, not bad. The cleaning supplies. Cleaning a vehicle is not cleaning a vehicle without some scents and a boatload of them. We got what do we got here? We got Caribbean Colada. And we got new car. Look at that. Yum, yum, yum. We got some interior matte. Let's see, what is this? Interior multi-purpose cleaner, carpet, and upholstery, and vinyl. Oxy powered. This stuff actually works really, really good. I've used this before in one of my other rigs that was not on the channel. We used to have a old Dodge pickup, and it had the same problem, bashed out window interior, and this stuff works pretty good. Comes a little scrub, so you spray it, you scrub, spray it, and then you clean it up. Or what I'm going to be doing is spraying, scrub, and then vacuuming it out, because this has a brushed vacuum nozzle, so you can really get in there and clean it out. And we also got this. I got this because, you know, the more the merrier, but also this serves as a cleaner and a protectant. So this cleans, shines, this is what it says at least, cleans, shines any part of your interior. Even got a new car scent. Look at that. I'm sure that'll go good with the trees, hopefully. But it also protects the what's left of your interior, and that's pretty helpful because ours is pretty shot. But not bad though. You got to admit, guys, it's not bad. I've seen interiors way worse. I thought I was gonna have to replace the whole interior, but it's just enough to where we can make do without it having to replace it. So that's what we got. I'm sure some of you guys are thinking, well, you might need more. And to be true, I might need more. But we're just starting out with this. It's the carpet that really needs the cleaning. The ceiling isn't too bad, surprisingly. But without further ado, I don't want to keep jawing at you guys. I'm going to cut the camera off here. And I don't know, I guess before we do anything, we should probably fire up that vacuum and get the floors cleaned so I can at least get into the vehicle and clean it from the inside out without having to get disgusting stuff on my feet. I got boots anyways. Alright, well anyways, I'm going to cut the camera off here, guys, and we're going to start cleaning the old Ford. Alrighty guys, got the old vacuum here. Works amazing. I didn't know this actually had a suck import. I don't know how to say it, but it can suck stuff up and blow stuff out. So it's like a blower and a sucker at the same time. It's pretty cool. So you can see we got some stuff here. Just gonna figure I'd clean this out first. It's not gonna suck that stuff up, but all this small debris, you'll clear that right up. Okay, well I guess we'll start vacuuming here, guys. Oop, let's get the bolts first. Alright, well I guess I'll put on the fast play and we'll get right to it. That looks pretty clean, guys. I don't know. A lot better. Of course, we still got some more stuff over there. Passenger, driver. Whole rear's got to get taken off, and then just take all this big stuff out and then vacuum that. But I think right now, since I'm here, I'm going to get some gloves. And we're going to tackle that mouse nest. I'm going to see if I can't catch that on camera. You never know, we might have someone stuck in there. So let's give it a shot. On second thought, guys, I am not sure if I can catch this on camera because that mouse nest is moving. So I don't know how to catch this on camera without using two hands. I don't want to put the GoPro in there because then I gotta wash the GoPro and I don't want mouse feces on my GoPro. So I think the best thing I'm gonna do, guys, kills me to say it, but I'm gonna have to do a before and after here. A little finger snap. Let's do that. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Gone, baby, gone. It's actually not bad in here. Just those two nests. You can see where they chewed through the interior, kind of right up in there, that little hole. But it's not bad. Now, before I carry on, one thing I really want to press upon you guys, whether you're new or you're old, you got everybody, it's like the general rule when cleaning out an interior, even if it's not mouse infested, or better yet, if it is mouse infested, get gloves and a mask. You do not want to be breathing any junk that has been sitting in a car for years. In this case, mouse feces and just mouse carcasses. Any smell from a mouse, it's pretty poisonous. You don't want to be breathing that stuff in. Get a mask and just do it, because it may not do any harm to you now, but it will do something bad to you in the future. So it's just not safety first. You want to make sure you do that. And then, yeah, gloves, guys, gloves, and anything you touch with the gloves, wash off. That vacuum is going to see the best washing, I promise. It might even be better than factory, because my gloves were touching everything, but I had both hands with the gloves, which is important. That's why I didn't want to touch the GoPro, because although the GoPro is waterproof, the stand or the handle that that I have attached to it is not waterproof, and it's gonna rust out, and I don't want that. So I decided to play it safe, not use the GoPro. But I've got the GoPro now. It's still clean. The interiors on this side, it's pretty freaking pimp. I mean, damn, I like it. But just make sure you never ever clean an interior of a car without mask and gloves, guys. I don't care what the scenario is. You don't know what's in the interior. You don't know what's been sitting there wet and dirty for, in my case, 4 years, but other cars 60, 40, 30 years. You don't know. So be sure to do that. And also be sure to grab a vacuum cleaner and get up in these rails. All right, this has got a sunroof. These sunroof rails are a famous spot for mouse poop and mouse nests. You want to run your vacuum up and down. I took this whole upholstery, I'm just in the middle of putting it on, because I made that snap that I did, but I took this whole thing down, and you can see it's spotless. There's nothing down there. So you want to make sure you do that. And then one last hoorah that I like to do is, and that's why I got the interior spray, is I like to hit this with interior spray and some Febreze, because not only does it give it that new smell, but the interior spray makes sure it's clean. You see these little wet marks here? That could be water, that could be mouse piss. There's mold here, we want to clean that off. You want to make sure this is clean before you put it back up, because you may be able to clear out this mouse nest, but it might still smell like junk. And it might still smell because all that mouse piss and stuff has just been soaking in this, and you don't want that. You want to clean it out, and if it's really bad, like if it's pierced through to the interior, buy a new ceiling. Don't keep that old one. This one, we got lucky. It didn't even come close to piercing through. All these marks you're seeing are old, dirty marks from me personally, but you can even see through the sound deadening. There's nothing wet around that, which tells me these mice have not been here for long. They must have been here, I want to say, this year. And that is pretty accurate, because when I went to go try getting this thing out of here last year, I didn't see that mouse nest there. And there it was when we brought it here. So, because you can see the interior when that black glass broke out, you can actually see the interior dripping a bit, and it was dripping because she had a mouse load on her. But interior lights are good, everything's still good. I mean, just make sure you guys do that. I'm gonna run through this off camera because I don't have the lens for that spraying chemical stuff, and I don't want to get that stuff on the lens. But we're gonna spray this puppy down, put everything back up. We're gonna get back to vacuuming the carpet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna vacuum the carpet, and then you guys might be wondering, gee, why aren't you taking out the seats? That is why I'm not taking out the seats. This is how rusted it is. Now, how this got here, I can tell you why. We used to load salt bags in here back in the day, because this Ford used to be used as a salter. If that makes sense to you guys, we used to have like a little salt attachment in the back, and we'd haul salt bags in the back of this unit. Well, sometimes the salt bags broke open, and we may not have gotten to all of them, and that's what happens. It rots out your interior arches here to the chair, and it's so rusted that the bolt actually is broken. It's like it's stripped out and it's cracked because it's been so rusted for a long time. Same thing with that chair, that mount there, that mount, all the way throughout. It's all rusted. It happens. Don't use your vehicle for salt. It wasn't my choice, but the previous owner before we got it did that, so not much you can do. What I will be doing to address that, because that is a safety feature, you know, these seats are supposed to be held in when you get into a crash. If it's rotted out like that, if you get into a crash, they're most likely just gonna break off. So down the road, I'm gonna probably just chop these off. It needs a new bench seat anyways. Chop these off, and then insert some new ones, which will probably involve me taking out this carpet, but it's whatever. And then we'll get a new bench seat. I'm thinking King Ranch upholstery, but that stuff is expensive, so I don't know. But, you know, that stuff, I mean, listen guys, I do plan to go out of state with this rig one day, but that one day is not now. I mean, this is just gonna be a little cruiser on the channel, a little off-roader. She's not really gonna see the highway at all. So I'm not fixing that now, and they're pretty sturdy, but down the road that will weaken if it hasn't already, so just gotta keep an eye on that. But anyways, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna vacuum the carpet, and then we're gonna use our carpet spray. We're gonna brush the carpet really nice, get it nice and brushed up with that wet spray, and then we're gonna vacuum it again another pass. So that'll all be on video for you. So without further ado, let's head over to that side, clean out all that stuff. I'll even get under the bench seat. You can see right here, I don't know what's under here, but it looks like a piece of trim, filter, big nut. There's junk under here. We're gonna clear all that out, and we're gonna vacuum it and do the same thing up front that we're doing in the back here. So let's get to it. Turn on the fast play. Not bad at all. Just gotta get this under part here. Too dark. I think I'm just gonna do that off camera, but that's not bad. It's getting better. Still plenty of vacuuming to do, but it's getting better. So I'm gonna cut the camera off here, guys. I'm gonna come back to you when we've finished all the vacuuming and we start applying that carpet cleaner. Alrighty, guys. I want to show you this up here instead of back there, back in the bench seat, because this actually has what I was hoping to show you guys. If you've ever had anybody in a vehicle that left a piece of paper in a moist carpet, it's gonna stick to that carpet a lot. What happened here was this newspaper that I just took out, it's all stuck, little bits and pieces. We even have some rust sitting right there, rust spots. So what you do with this stuff, it's like a foam. You lay it down pretty thick. Like that. That might be a little too much, but you know what? This rig needs it. And you grab your little scratch pad. See how it's starting to disappear? It's starting to separate. And you just kind of run it through like that. Get all the edges. And then you grab your vacuum cleaner. Voila. Now obviously this might have to be repeated a couple times, because although we got the paper bits off, we still have some rust spots here. And in fact, I don't even know if these will actually disappear or not. This one was actually starting to spreading out, which is what I was looking for. But with this dirty of a carpet, it's definitely going to take a few times. But that's the idea. Definitely get the stuff for your vehicle because it makes it smell nice, it makes it clean, and it also makes the carpet a lot more inviting. Makes it a lot nicer. So it always smells nice in here. I can't even smell mouse crap anymore. Gee, I wonder why. Let me just read the bottle here. I'm pretty sure that's all. Just want to make sure I'm not leaving anything out. I use this stuff all the time and it works like a treat. I mean, this stuff works real nice. And gee, I didn't know that. It also says it's for vinyl too. Okay, didn't know that. I thought it was just for carpet. Upholstery vinyl. All right, yeah, no. That's that seems to be what happens. Firmly wipe and clean microfiber cloth. Yep, that's it. So I'm gonna keep going at this, guys. I want to try to get this as clean as possible and also smelling good too. When we're done with the carpets, I'm really glad I got to show you guys that, because that is super important. You know, you don't have to use this stuff. I'm just using it because not only is it affordable, it's like $3 a can, but also it works really well. Figured I'd show you guys it, you know, why not? And it does dry out. It says it takes 20 to 25 minutes to dry out. It is still going to be damp even if you buy a vacuum cleaner like what I have, a wet and dry one, specifically to pick up the wet and the dry, obviously. But even then, it's still going to take 20 to 25 minutes to dry up. So don't be scared if you apply it, you scrub it, you vacuum it, and it's still wet. Mine is very wet right now. That's the idea. Well, it's more like a damp, actually. Yeah, it's damp, not wet. And that's the idea. So I'm going to cut the cameras off here. I'm going to do that same thing with the other seats. I don't want to make this video 2 hours long, because trust me, this is going to be a good 20 minutes to 15-minute job just for this spot. I'm going to have to do it over and over and over. So I'm going to cut the camera off here, and the next time you'll see me, we're going to start tackling this stuff. See all this mold and all this junk that's been sitting on the dash. We even have it on the seat. It's like this old mold, dirty junk, even right here. We're going to be making this look like this, hopefully. So without further ado, I'll see you guys when we start tackling this stuff. Alrighty guys, the last part of today's video, I'm going to be using this stuff right here. So, say you got a dirty piece of upholstery like this. According to the bottle instructions, all you should do is a couple thick sprays like that. Grab a towel, cloth, or microfiber cloth, or sponge. And you just rub. Damn, that's actually coming right back. Look at that. It's picking that son of a gun right up. It does say to repeat multiple times until clean. But I'd say for the first spray, we got a lot off. Inside the interior handles. Wow, that looks way better. Definitely need a couple more passes, but I mean, shit. Not bad, that. Huh. That worked really well. Here's the bottle, in case you guys are wondering. That's pretty much it, guys. Finished that right up. This was this piece and the dash are the last piece, and then that's it. I did everything else. Figured I'd just stop and show you guys that. But it's not bad at all. Stuff works good. Unfortunately, that's pretty much all I can do to this rig right now, is just kind of doll it up and make it smell nice until we can get the mechanical stuff to start working on it. But yeah, I mean, look at that though. Nice clean, smells good. Nice clean floors. Can't ask for more. Well guys, without further ado, that is it for today's video. I know this may not have been the longest, most interesting one, but it is good to know what you're doing when you're cleaning an interior. I didn't get to that back portion yet because I just realized to myself, why should I do that back portion until I can get the glass pieces to clear that up? Because unless I have a tarp, more stuff's going to fall in there to clean up. So I'm just going to do that for now, and I mean, it's coming together, guys. It's coming together. She does need an outside wash, but save that for another... Ooh, hiccup. Save that for another video. But, I mean, my favorite part before I end the video was just this part right here. Just like, Look how nice and clean that is. That's nice and clean, except for those rust spots. But anyhow, well guys, that is it for today's video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and check out the video of the Ford Explorer coming home. That is a very awesome one. Check it out. And keep your eyes open for more videos to come. There will be more videos to come, and a boatload of them. We're going to be doing some more interior work, such as replacing light bulbs. We're going to be doing a lot of engine work, brake work. I mean, there's a lot that's going to be done on this thing, so content for this is not going to be running out short anytime soon. So, with all that said and done, I hope you all stay safe, and I'll catch you guys next time.